Hi, I'm Matt from Mr. Fix channel. We are now in my Volvo C30 and few months ago I told you that I'm thinking about retrofitting heated seats in my car. So I bought the climate control unit with all the buttons. So I have now the button for driver and passenger seats. I have here the wiring diagram for my car and I can see how the heated seats system looks. So let's start with checking if I have the wiring under my seats, because without wiring I cannot do anything. There are 3 wires for it: the ground wire, the plus 12 volts, and the communication, LIN communication. So I need to look under my seats and check if I have this connector with three wires. So let's check it. I'm now looking under the seat. Okay, here's the big connector. Okay, and we have some wires over here. Let me just focus it. Oh, that's it. The little white one over here. Let me just point it. The white one is the LIN-BUS, and those 2 thick wires are ground and 12 volts. Okay, so next step is to check if I have fuses in my fuse box. Fuse box is on the passenger side. I already removed the cover. Okay, so we have this and this. Okay, it's coming down. No, it's a surprise. Those 2 blue ones here, 15 amps each, are for the heated seats. My car is not equipped with heated seats, but I have the fuses already, so that's a good sign. Now let's check if 12 volts will appear under the seat when I turn the ignition on. I disassembled a little LED bulb that works under 12 volts, and I will just stick it in the connector. So let's stick it in. Okay, it's here. So now turn the ignition on. It works. Turn off the ignition, and after a few seconds. Okay, so that means that I have power under my seats. If I want to retrofit a universal kit for heated seats, with pads and some little button that I have to install, I already have the wiring and the fuses, so that's much easier. But I'm not going for the universal kit. I'm trying to use the stock buttons that I have in my center console. So the big issue now is how the communication works, and will it work just by plug it in the seat module. And from the wiring diagrams I can see that each seat is using the same module, the same part, so it doesn't matter if it's a driver's module or passenger's module. But there are separate LIN buses for the driver's side and for the passenger side. The LIN bus on the driver's side in my car, the left-hand drive car, is connected only to the heating module. And on the passenger side, it's also connected to the damper module of the climate control and the air quality sensor. So if you want to fiddle around with the LIN-BUS communication, I suggest to tap in on the driver's side, as it's basically only for the heated seats, and if something goes wrong, you don't have to worry that you broke the damper module or the air quality sensor. Let me just tell you what I think will happen. So we have the climate control module with two buttons for the left seat and for the right seat. Left seat is in my car because it's a left-hand drive car. It's only for the driver's seat. So there's communication from here to the driver's seat. And on the right side we have the passenger seat as well as the ACC, but it's a air quality module or sensor. And we have the damper module, DMM. So on the right side we have communication from the button to the passenger seat, as well as the air quality sensor and the damper module. So this is a LIN-BUS and this is a separate LIN-BUS, and because those are separate LIN-BUSes, you can use same modules. So right now when I press left or right button, nothing happens, and there are two LEDs over here on each button, and it's not flashing after pressing the button. And I think it's because of that when I press the button, the message goes on the LIN-BUS, and right now it's not received by the driver's seat module because there's no module. But if there was one, the message will go through, and the driver's seat module will send message that it's operating 100% or 50% power, and this will make this LED to shine. So my next step is to use this. I've bought 5 of those. Here are 4, and here's the 5th one. And those little things are LIN-BUS transceivers. So with this little device I will try to tap in the communication right here, let's say under the seat, and try to look for some messages while I press this button. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and see you soon on YouTube. When I have some good news for you, I will post a video for sure. Okay, so see you later, bye.